What's up, guys? Becca Me is here, and today we got Smallville, Season 1, Episode 3, Hothead. Okay, so yeah, last episode was pretty good. Greg Arkin was, as I said, pretty creepy, and yeah, he turned into bugs and just scattered away. Okay, so yeah, and Clark Whitney. I think Whitney went to apologize to Clark already vanished. So I think Whitney wants a friendship with Clark. He just took his in-laws' friendship the wrong way of them being in love, and yeah. Let's just talk about this episode. Okay, so this episode starts off. It's raining, and a coach is telling his players a player to like get back in there, that they've done it all practice, and like, because he's like, the guy's like, hey, it's raining, and whoever Donner is, but he's like, we've done this practice without Donner there, so you just get, and then we get, and then the coaches won with his team, including Pete and Whitney, like yeah. So then we get the coach in the sauna in the school, and he starts putting hot water over meteor rocks, and that like create, and yeah, and then Principal Quan is like, hey, your like coach, your like team is like cheating, and I can't stand for it. So yeah, he's like, you're not gonna mess with my legacy, and yeah. Once he leaves, he like causes like a fire, and that means now he has meteor rocks in him, and now can cause fire. Okay, so then we get out of it, and Clark, Chloe, and Pete are talking, and yeah, and yeah, Whitney and Lana's like, why can't you support me? Why can't you like support? Why are you supporting this? And he's like, because some of them are his friends, and yeah, so so yeah, the so yeah, so then we get so then so so Chloe takes a picture, and someone tries to throw a football at her, and Clark takes it, and he said nice, and then Chloe's like, someone tried to assassinate her, and you say nice catch. So yeah, and then Coach Walt, he sees that and is like, hey Clark, why don't you join our team? And he's like, hey Whitney, you're the team captain. What would you think about Clark joining the team? He's like, yeah, that would be pretty cool. But one person who is against this is Clark's dad, because Clark talks to him about it. And he's like, Clark, you're gonna go there and tell Coach Walt that you're not joining the team. And Clark basically said, I'm gonna join the team, and you can't stop me. So yeah, then we get into Lex, and he's like hanging out with these bored guys, like come, and they're like, your father, I denied this meeting, but he's like, your father requested it. So he's like, so he starts saying, you came to talking about how he came to Smallville to check out the place, but then Lex is like, I came to Smallville to so his father could have drones, and he's like, I'm gonna tell your father. And he's like, go ahead. He's like, oh hey Dominic, the guy that he's talking to, tell his sister he said hi, and he just leaves. So yeah, so yeah, and then we see Jonathan. He goes, and he's sitting there, and he's watching Clark. He's watching Clark playing. He's like, Clark, I'm here by I'm here by me, but I don't trust that. I don't trust the thing that you're doing. So Clark first gets creamed. Clark first gets creamed, and then yells at him, saying, "Hey, Clark, your father's not. I'm coach. Your father's not here. I'm here, and you gotta kick some butt." So yeah, Clark does it. He jumps, and that just caused Jonathan to leave because I think he feels that Clark could have hurt someone. So yeah, well, Clark's happy about this. Jonathan is not. So we see so 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 we see Principal Kwan, and he's talking to Coach Wally again. He's like, "Hey, someone told me about your test, so I'm going to go to the school board, and they're going to fire you." And yeah, and then he says, "No one's gonna mess with my legacy," and causes like a big fire, and he's like, "What's going on, Coach?" And he just leaves. So Coach just imagined, and a fire hits Principal Kwan's car, and Clark sees it, and he goes to save Principal Kwan, and yeah, so Principal Kwan was going to be in the hospital till the weekend. So yeah, they're like, "Did anyone see Clark?" And he's like, "No." So yeah, and we learned that Lana quit her cheerleading job, and now she has a job as a barista. So yeah, because in the first episode, she was a cheerleader, but now she's a coffee person. So yeah, so Chloe sees Jeremy Creek, so she goes to talk. Actually, not Jeremy Creek. She sees Trevor. Sorry, season 1 thing, and she goes to talk to Trevor, but he's like, and she shows him the fire sprinkler that Coach Kwan that Coach Walt gave him, and he slapped him, and yeah. But he's like, "Leave me alone," and that's when Coach Walt burns his hand and tells him, and he tells him that, "Hey, the news report from the Torch saw the sprinkler thing," so he goes to handle it, and Chloe's about to print the paper when Coach Walt burns it, and he's like, and Chloe starts connecting the dots, but Clark's like, "Wait, what? Coach Walt isn't bad." So yeah, so he goes to talk to. Lex is we see Lex's father again since episode 1, and he's like, "Lex, you gotta take he's got your workforce, and yeah, your workforce." So, but then he Lex, and he defeats him, and he's like, "You gotta cut down that workforce." So yeah. Sorry, that's just my cat picking at my door. So yeah, but back to the So then Lex meets Lana at the coffee place that she's working at, and at the coffee place that she's working at, and he gives her the wrong order. But he takes it anyway. So he's like, "Did you order that?" But he's like, "No." But he drinks it anyway, so yeah. So yeah, and then Clark goes to talk to Jeremy, and he reveals the burn. So Clark goes to talk to Coach Walden, and yeah, and then Coach Walden locks Clark in the sauna with the meter off, and so yeah, so when Chloe and Lana, Chloe and Jonathan, Chloe and Jonathan go to save Clark. The coach goes after them and beats, and Jonathan finds Clark, but then Jonathan knocks, Jonathan gets knocked down by Coach. So Clark gets his strength back and beats up Coach, and then Coach just dies from a fire that he created. So So yeah, from a fire that he created. So yeah, and then Clark quits the football team. Clark comes up with a new thing for his father, and Lana also quit as a barista, and they scream, and the episode ends. Okay, so this episode was really good. I really enjoyed it. It's a really good episode. I'm excited for the next one. And yeah, so yeah, the coach, he was very messed up, very crazy, and yeah, he wanted to keep his players on his own leash. So yeah, I really liked Lana and Glax's kind of friendship in this episode. So yeah, so remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I'll see you next Smallville.